Once upon a time, the Ming Dynasty in the year 1411 was ruled by the Yongle Emperor. The Yongle Emperor had received reports of the inefficiency of using the rivers to transport goods. To fix this problem, he gathered his engineers and devised a plan to rebuild the Grand Canal. The rebuilding of the Grand Canal made China prosper and made Shenzhou Ming China's greatest economic center.
Next!
The guard issues a demand, then bows to the emperor and leaves. The man that stays behind steps forward and grovels to the emperor.
You're in the presence of Emperor Zhu Di, the third emperor of our glorious Ming Dynasty. Say your business to the emperor.
The man strains from his bow and begins to speak.
Your Heavenliness, I am a messenger from Jining Shandong, and I bring news from the magistrate.
The emperor nods and waves him forward.
Proceed.
To our mighty and merciful emperor, I am afraid that there is a major problem here in Jining Shandong. The method of transporting our goods is very inefficient. It takes the men hours and a lot of effort to transport their goods between the different rivers and canals. I am hoping that your Heavenliness would help us solve this problem. Your loyal servant, Magistrate Li.
The messenger finishes and looks at the emperor with a firm gaze. The emperor is in deep thought and strokes his beard.
Tell Magistrate Li that I will look into this matter.
The messenger bows to the emperor then leaves. The emperor turns to his servant.
Bring me the engineers and call my council.
The emperor comes to an epiphany.
We shall rebuild the Grand Canal no matter what it takes. Assemble workers and get onto the project straight away.
Well then, direct your workforce to build the dam here. This needs to be completed in less than 5 years.
The construction manager scratches his head at the prospect. The idea of rebuilding the Grand Canal in that amount of time is a tall order.
To start, you have to dig out this area on the left.
Manager Tai nods.
We only have so much time and money. We'll see what we can do. Salaries won't be too good, though.
Whatever it takes. We need to get this done the most efficient way possible. For the Emperor.
Yes, for His Heavenliness.
He then walks out of the planning room.
We have work to do, men. From here on out, you're taking orders from me. Move it!
Yes, sir! The project is well underway. It started strong, the workers with much energy and vigor, ready to please their emperor. However, work conditions started deteriorating, and salaries definitely weren't that good from the start. That didn't stop the workers from doing what they needed to do, even as things got worse.
I'm too damn tired, and this is going nowhere. When's the next break? I'm thinking of calling it quits very soon.
Shh! Be careful what you say. Do you want to get punished and have no job before the end of the day?
I don't care. This is just awful.
Be quiet. Ty's coming.
Boys, are you working?
Yes. We've gone 10 feet deep with our section.
Tai squints his eyes, and then nods.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
He turns away to go direct workload.
Be careful next time, Shree. Remember, this is for His Heavenliness.
Forget this, Heaven! Oh, that's true. I just wish that Tai would treat us better.
The work conditions continued being awful, Manager Tai becoming much more stressed and less courteous to his workers. But he did it for the Emperor.
You there, start digging in that area. We need more room for the ships to pass. You, steady there. One little mistake there and that could ruin everything, you incompetent fool.
Workers would continue digging and would continue going by Engineer Wei's plans. Soon the Grand Canal was restored to its former glory, arguably even more glorious. A man runs through the market. The market is bustling with life. He stops at a stand that is watched over by a middle-aged woman.
Hello, Mr. Long. How are you today?
Thank you, Mrs. Yun. I'm fine, thanks for asking.
The usual today?
Yes, I'll take a pound of oranges as usual and a small bundle of green onions. Lately, business has been prospering, hasn't it?
Oh yes, you should see the crowd of merchants that come through here every day. They bring all kinds of goods, textiles, silks, spices, grain, rice. The economy's been improving ever since the rebuilding of the Grand Canal. You could say this is one of China's golden ages.
The Grand Canal is at its peak. I've never seen it so lively and prosperous in all my years of living here. Well, I have to be going now. I need to do some more shopping and pick up some fresh fish for Mr. Chan's.
Alright, thank you for staying and chatting with me. The Emperor's court of Qing China is gathered in the great courtroom. The Emperor is at the front of the courtroom talking to some of his attendants as the men of the court slowly came to the room. When all the members are present, the guards close the doors, then the Emperor stands up.
I presume that all of you know why I have gathered you here today?
The men of the court seem to be blank and have no idea what the Emperor is talking about. The Emperor sighs an exasperated sigh.
I have heard rumors.
Doors fly open as a man in a messenger uniform rushes in.
Urgent news, Your Heavenliness.
What urgent news is important enough for you to come rushing to my courtroom? You have disturbed me.
I'm terribly sorry, Your Heavenliness, but this has something to do with the Grand Canal.
Give this man water. Speak clearly. Just spit it out. I have more important things to do.
After receiving water, the man speaks.
The Grand Canal, it has broken.
The Emperor's eyes widen as he leans forward abruptly. This news is most disturbing.
What? How could that be?
He looks toward the magistrate of Shandong, who nervously squirms in his seat.
I was about to inform you, Your Heavenliness. Our economy has gone down and we are having trouble with the floods. We aren't able to trade properly anymore, and we have much repair work to be done. The Yellow River, it is simply flooded. Yes, flooded! It broke the canal!
Oh, what misfortune. Call the construction crew immediately. Call the water conservation offices. Call the architects, the engineers, my third wife, more workers, my advisors. Desertion!
They tried their best, but without prevail. The Grand Canal never came back to its former glory, even to this present day. Of course, there were efforts to try rebuilding it, even into the People's Republic of China. Trade would never be as efficient, though technology and transportation would aid in economic development. The Grand Canal lived not as happily ever after. The end.